Wait a second, so why did Dr. Dre pay over $7 million to perform at the Super Bowl? It's gotta make sense, and it does make sense. Let's talk about it. All right, so Super Bowl 2022 had Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, 50 Cent, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige all performing. During the performance, my entrepreneur self Googled how much did Dr. Dre get paid to perform, and I found that he actually didn't get paid anything, and he paid over $7 million of his own money to go towards the show. And I just thought, oh, that's very interesting. Let's break down how this makes sense, okay? First off, I guess the Super Bowl stopped paying artists to perform kind of a while ago. I was trying to Google it, I couldn't find out when, but they stopped doing it for a while. But why? If you're an independent music artist yourself, I want you to put yourself in the mind frame of comparing paying to perform at the Super Bowl with paying for a feature. Is it worth it or isn't it worth it? It's similar to this situation, and I'll get to it at the very end. First, let's get a few facts out the way. So the NFL does cover the cost of the show itself, and this show in particular cost $20 million. The NFL covered $17 million, and Dr. Dre put $7 million of his own money towards the show. There was no appearance fee. So usually when you see, Dr. Dre performing at the Super Bowl, he would get a check for, showing up. That's his appearance fee. So there's no appearance fee. Why would an artist do that? Okay. First and foremost, that's a bucket list thing. Like, I performed halftime of the Super Bowl. Exposure and publicity. The Super Bowl is one of the most viewed events in the world. There was over 112 million people tuned in watching. I watched the Super Bowl with my 65-year-old father and my 63-year-old uncle, and they're both asking me questions on who's this doctor guy, who is Snoop Dogg, oh, I've heard of Eminem, oh, 50 Cent, I remember this song, and my dad even asked me what was the name of the song that Eminem was performing to look that up. That plays a factor that we'll get to in a second. Now, Dr. Dre, he's a West Coast legend. Where was the Super Bowl at? It was in LA. Imagine wherever you're from, okay? You go out, you beat the odds, you achieve extreme success, and you want the whipped cream and cherry on top. And let's say one day you're in a position to have an opportunity to perform in front of hundreds of millions of people, and it's in your hometown. That's like everything coming back full circle. Now let's talk about how would he make his money back? Well, majority of every song that was performed at the Super Bowl, he either produced and or co-wrote. So the day after the Super Bowl, I'm on social media and I see post after post talking about Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem, 50 Cent. Who's listening to Dr. Dre today? Who's listening to Snoop Dogg today? Who's bumping Eminem today? Everyone's talking about them. Their streams skyrocketed. Well, Dr. Dre is tied to all of that. There's a lot of money that he's gonna recoup from the streams alone. Last but not least, the key to this working out so well for Dr. Dre is he had his infrastructure in place, right? He's produced so much music, his catalog is enormous. So taking advantage of the Super Bowl spotlight and putting that on him, now you have millions of people searching his name, wanting to look up and listen to the songs that were performed on the Super Bowl, plus go down a rabbit hole of more and more music. So how in the beginning of the video I said, if you're an independent music artist and you're wondering should you pay for a feature, what you're paying for is you're borrowing their spotlight. They have a fan base, and you're saying, hey, I need some of that fan base. I want to put the spotlight over here. You have to ask yourself, do you have your shit together to be in a position to where once the spotlight is on you, how big is your catalog? Dr. Dre's catalog is huge, so it works out great for him. How big is your catalog, and would it work out well for you? Shout out to Dr. Dre, hip-hop legend. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for future uploads. See you guys in the next video. Cracka like TV. We out.